Welcome to Disrupt and Discuss with your hosts, E and KayCee. A Blue Shade Ventures production brought to you by It's Just ETV and My Herba by the Fitness Collective. Now, without any further ado, disrupt and discuss.
Hey everyone,
Hey,
how's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Welcome everybody to Disrupt and Discuss, where we talk about the latest and greatest. I am E.
And I am KayCee.
Together we are D&D. We are out here loving the sunny weather in the Bay Area. It's a beautiful day, and we thought we'd come with another one for you guys. We are in the midst of spring. And so we've been talking about a lot of topics that are spring based. We did spring skincare for women. So we thought we would bring another one for the men and their skincare. They got their glow up, right? So the topic of this one is going to be glow up, guys. Why skincare is the ultimate power move for men. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about it. We know in California, we get the elements, we get the sun and all the wonderful things that come with it. And thinking about today's topic, we are going to dive into something that you don't really talk about enough, and that's men and their skincare. As women, we're into our skincare, our makeup, our hair, our nails, those types of things in our lives. But our partners, our spouses, our friends, especially the males, they seem to kind of struggle with their skincare, right? So we're
Right.
here to help.
Right, for sure. A lot of the times you have what they call metrosexuals. And
Yep.
that alone would make my husband cringe. But as time has gone on and he's seen me do my skincare routines, going to estheticians and all of that, it desensitized him to what it actually was or
Right.
is. So he even has been known to go to esthetician and get his face worked on. And with his job, it was more or less, it was blue collar who worked where there was a
Right.
lot of chemicals and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, look, you're not going to give your job all of your good years and you get out and you get all broke up and I got to deal with you. So he started taking care, not just because I said that, but he started taking care of himself and he saw how he would get compliments like, man, you look good. You don't look your age. And I'm thinking,
Right.
hell no, you don't. You're welcome. It's all about feeling confident and taking care of yourself no matter who you are. So, yeah, I definitely am down for anybody that's really into getting their skincare on,
I
as they say.
exactly. And men, I think, that saying, I don't know if it's still used metrosexual, but
I haven't heard it.
it's more men who are metrosexual were like the ones who take care of their skin or their nails, go and
Mhm.
get their pedicures and manicures. They make sure they look appropriate. They don't have dirt under their nails. So I think it's a good thing. And I'm always telling the hubby with regards to his skin, he takes care of himself, but before he would just do the soap in the shower, right? He would,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that would be it. And he lather himself up with lotion. He still does that. He still does the lotion and making sure that his bald head is shiny. He takes care of himself a little bit more. And so I think that is with the times. It's not just getting in there and shaving your beard and using that whatever that oil is to,
Right.
afterwards, that tonic and just soap and water. It's a little bit more for men. I like that we are in that moment in time where men are taking care of themselves. It's a game changer, I think. We want our men in
Sure.
our lives to set them up, set themselves up to look good. And I like that men are into looking good and keeping their, like you said, keeping themselves looking youthful, bright, and not just, well, I work.
Yeah. Well, it's not just about looking good, it's health.
Correct.
In the Bay Area, we have the sun and all that kind of stuff. I keep telling my husband, definitely want to use your SPF and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And you had brought up the fact about sunscreen.
Yes.
Specifically with Black folks. My husband puts a thin layer on because he also is bald and everything, but he doesn't want to get all wrinkly either. He might be getting the vitamin D, but I don't need him to look like shoe leather. It ain't
He's
your
like,
husband,
it's
it's
shoe leather.
mine. You be like, ooh, what's wrong with him? He look
What's
like
wrong
old
with
shoe.
his skin? Okay. We
But
definitely don't want that leather bag look.
right. So just enough to where you look healthy because again, you look good, you feel good, you look
Exactly.
all of that. So that's what comes.
Absolutely. And especially at those ages, when you hit the 50 or even the 40, you want to make sure that, like you said, they're not looking like that leather skin. And it can get that way, especially in the elements, especially out here in the sun. So if you live anywhere where it's sunny, like California, Phoenix, Arizona, Nevada, where it gets the heat,
Yes.
definitely want to take care of your skin for sure. But we're going to start talking about the routine now and saving yourself from sun damage or acne scars. My husband doesn't have acne scars. My son has some, a little bit of acne scars, all that type of stuff. The scars, the damage. We're going to break it down for the fellas and what simple skincare routine looks like and what you actually do and what you can actually stick to.
Yeah, let's definitely keep it simple. All these 20 procedures in a night, that isn't going to happen. I can tell you right now, at least in this household, for him, it's not going to happen. But, we all know about cleansing. They say wash your face twice a day, morning and night. Well, I can't even guarantee it's going to happen at night for me. So at the minimum, I say at least in the morning, or whatever your morning is, because my husband used to work graveyard. So his morning was actually his night.
Right.
It gets rid of the dirt and oils and the grime and all that kind of stuff, the sweatiness that encompasses all of that. That would be one of the things that you definitely want to do is make sure that you're cleansing.
Absolutely. Then you want to exfoliate.
Oh, yes.
I know a lot of men probably like, Well, exfoliation is good. It's good for men. It kind of clears out the pores, gives you a deep cleanse the skin. And I was reading somewhere that, ooh,
Yeah, come on.
mother,
Phone's on
I know,
silent, please.
right? And
You're-
oh my God. My bad, you guys. But yeah, it's more the exfoliation. And I was reading somewhere where with men, they're like, should men exfoliate? Hell yeah, they should exfoliate. I didn't know this, that, and KayCee, maybe you knew that men's skin is 30% thicker than a woman's skin. And it produces more oil than
no.
women.
Well, the production of oil, no.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't realize that they had thicker skin than us on their face. I didn't realize that at all.
Okay, that's what we're talking about, right?
Right. It produces more oil. And it helps them. That exfoliating is going to help you with that, getting that out of you, getting your pores, cleaning up your pores, unclogging your pores. And like KayCee said, we recommend once a week, excuse me, not twice a
Oh,
day.
you're talking about exfoliation, right.
Exfoliation.
But one of the things on the topic of exfoliation is that we have those gloves. Now, I know sometimes it's cumbersome for people. You have those exfoliating gloves. You just put those
Yep.
on, you get whatever you use to cleanse your face, and you're washing your face with that. Actually, you use it for your whole body. And you're
Yes.
cleansing. And I know there's that topic. I don't think we really did that topic about washcloths and just not, all of that.
Right.
But to kind of camp on that we didn't talk about, the exfoliating gloves that would take place of a washcloth that you use to wash your face. That's what we do.
Exactly. And you brought up the whole body. You should be exfoliating your whole body to get those dead skin cells off of you. And you feel so much better. Your skin is very soft,
Man,
subtle.
I'm sitting here
Right?
because I use the salt scrub when I'm in the shower. I had to learn about that since I share a shower. When you're doing that, the floor gets slippery.
Yes, it does.
I need to make sure that before I get out, I clean the floor. So I have a sponge and I'm just on my foot and just wipe around there. Because one time my husband's like, "What the fuck? What are you doing in the shower?"
It's like I almost busted my ass up in
He
here.
said,
What are you
well,
doing?
he didn't say that he almost, but he said somebody could fall in here. And I'm thinking, well, it wouldn't be me.
Because I already got a handle. You definitely need to wipe it up after, because you could slip and fall. When you condition your hair, you can get the slippage too. But
Okay,
we're
recording in the
there.
morning. I don't know if
We're
that's
there.
good or bad.
Okay, we're right now.
Okay, after all that is said and done,
You want to moisturize. There you go.
so we're on that third step, and that would be
Yes.
enough for at least for what goes on in my house for my husband. It keeps skin hydrated and balanced. That's the period at the end of the sentence when it comes to stuff like that. It just kind of brings it full circle. You want to moisturize, and they have moisturizing creams, moisturizing lotions, all of those all in one kind of things. And that's what makes it simple. You wash, you exfoliate, and then you just moisturize. And then you go on about your business. Yes.
Right.
You
And
know.
then we have your sunscreen that we just talked about. You want to put on your sunscreen. Be careful, read your products, but apply some sunscreen, especially on these bright sunny days, especially if you are a person that works out in the elements on a daily basis for hours. Sunscreen is the MVP. You can use a FPF 30, SPF 50, things of that nature. You have to figure out which one is best for you. There's a broad spectrum out there, but the number one way to stop premature aging, they say, is, protect your skin.
Right.
With your skin is the biggest organ we have is your skin.
Yeah. Yes.
So you definitely want to protect it from sun damage. And skin cancer, you want to make sure you are doing what you need to do. I say do the research on all this, but for sure, we talk about cleansing, exfoliation, moisturizing, and then number 4 is your sunscreen. So definitely, men, if you have those 4 things in your arsenal, you are doing good.
Oh, man, that's a win. Those are the core right there. Cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize, and sunscreen.
I need it. Yep.
But then there's also specifics. That's the general thing of what we're talking about. What about razor burn? Even women get that.
Yeah.
We're talking about men.
But men, if you want to listen, women, if you want to listen in.
Yeah. Razor
Yeah.
burn, it
Yep.
affects a lot of us. Some can cover it more than others because at least with women, you have concealer slash corrector and all of that. But
Yep.
again, men don't always have that readily available, nor do they want that. So this is where having a beard sometimes alleviates that.
Yeah, it does. That razor burn after you shave, it's like a tonic they put on to cool the face down after they shave, but using the proper shaving cream is key. I've found that from shaving my underarms. It's a difference if you try to shave with nothing as opposed to shaving with shaving cream. A lot smoother, it's not as rough, and you won't cut yourself.
Soap doesn't do it.
No, soap does not do it. Absolutely. So you definitely want to do the shaving cream, the shaving gel, none of the cheap stuff, the soaps and stuff like that. You definitely want to make sure that you use that shaving cream. And then afterwards, they say witch hazel, but there's different tonics out there that you can use, but it does help to cool it down and calm your face from irritation.
Now, what about guys that have oily skin or large pores? Because, I know of different folks that sometimes complain about blackheads, and only thing I can suggest would be try like an oil-free cleanser or a toner, like you just said, like you had just mentioned, and that helps keeps things tight and clean.
Absolutely.
But going to an esthetician, and again, that's for those that want to do that.
Right.
That's one of the things that they work on. They'll be in your face getting those blackheads out, and you're like, can you please just back the fuck up?
Right.
Sometimes they're camping on your face.
Oh, my nose.
Right. So, but at that time, that's what they do. So that also helps as well.
Absolutely. That's a good call. If aging is a concern, you're starting to those like fine lines, I can tell you retinol, vitamin C is also a good serum that you can use to men. It's not just for women, for men as well. So, retinols or vitamin C help with aging or fine lines. You can use drops at night. They have all these different serums out there. You just put some and just pat it in. Make sure you pat it in. It's like a secret weapon to keeping yourself looking youthful.
Man. So now we're talking about beard culture.
Beard gang.
See, we have mustache gang over here. And maybe in the winter, it might be a goatee. People are still wearing them. Years ago, that wasn't the thing. And now they've got so many things out there for men with beards, conditioners, beard oil, this, that, and the other. I got to admit, it looks really good. You can tell they really take care of themselves. When you walk in a room and you see somebody's beard glistening, it's like, shit,
Oh, yeah.
it looks good.
Oh my gosh. I love beards. And I love, that is a prerequisite in our marriage. He cannot cut the beard off.
How long has he had a beard? Since you met him?
He had the goatee, kind of like what your hubby had. He used to have the goatee.
Okay.
And then we went from the goatee to the lineup around here.
Uh-huh.
And then we went from that to the long beard. When we were at Grace, everybody knew my husband for the long beard. That little part on under his chin, he kept it long. Then he went from that to the lumberjack.
Okay.
So I like the lumberjack look, and he can't change the lumberjack look. That is a prerequisite for the marriage. He got to keep it. So I can't cut my hair off. He can't cut that beard, because we got problems. Yes. With the beard, I love that. I respect it. And I love men who keep a nice groomed beard.
Yeah.
Keep it nice and tight.
I know that after 5 look. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's also that other one they call, what is it? The short box beard. It's neat and it's supposed to cover the jawline.
Yes.
And that gives you that sharp look.
It does.
Okay.
Those are cute. Those are cute too. You got to keep it lined up. You got to keep it tight. For sure.
Yeah. I just know what I see. I don't know all of what it entails, because that's not something that my husband has. And so I know that there's so many beards that are versatile and everything. There's so many styles. You got stubble for that casual look, which we just said. And then my husband, I don't know why it's a winter thing, but he does the goatee in the winter.
In the winter?
And again, it comes down to what we had just said about keeping it up, having to line it up, keep it, to where it doesn't get bushy and all this other kind of stuff. So once it becomes more work than pleasure, it's like, we're just going to cut it and we're going to just go with the mustache.
Okay. So he's just the mustache guy.
Pretty much.
So it's the upkeep for him.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. And then there's one that's, what is it? And I don't know where they get this name from. Maybe this research. It's like Van Dyke.
Oh, the Van Dyke, the mustache?
The goatee with the detached mustache.
Got you. I think I know what you're talking about. The goatee with the detached mustache. I've seen that. I don't like that one too much.
It's a whole vibe for sure.
What about the Van Dyke? Yeah, I gotta wait. As we were talking about this, you know me, I gotta look it up. Because
some people say it's classy.
Because if we're talking about the actor Van Dyke,
see, that's the only thing that comes to mind. And so I'm sure that might not be the reason for it, but I don't know why I'm spending this much time on it. But
because I'm here. Because I'm here. Yeah. Most men have it. It's like, you have the beard and you have the mustache. I guess it's for men who their mustache doesn't really connect to their beard. That's what it's looking like in this picture. So that's the Van Dyke beard.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I'm looking at it. Quick.
I know
what is that?
Yeah. Look, I can only talk about it. I can't do what you're doing. I can't. Okay, hold on. Let me look it up.
Yeah. She calls it the techie in me, but it's just, I like to multitask.
I tell you, back in the day when I was at my desk and I would get a phone call and then another call would come in, I'm like, I want to go to voicemail. I'll just have to retrieve that one later. I'm not going to put you on hold and grab that other one because that's just too much.
I can't do that.
This one lady, she sat across from me. She would have like 2 lines going, maybe 3. And I'm like, I'm going to stay and watch you handle this. And I can't do all that. Because, that'd be the main person who would have this long ass question or conversation. And I got this other call blinking and that stressed me the fuck out. So I'm talking to you, only to you. And the other call will go to voicemail and I'll retrieve it. And then we'll go from there. Then I can get all the documentation, whatever you need. Then I look like I know what I'm doing. But I'm not doing all that. Maybe that's why I'm no longer in a 9 to 5, right?
That's the reason why, right?
But, you know, hey.
Let's look at this one. Have you seen a mutton chop?
Yeah, I have.
I'm not into the mutton chop.
That was back in what, the 70s?
It's trying to make a
Um,
comeback. It's trying to
well,
make a comeback. And those who don't know what we're talking about, it's kind of like your
mhm.
sideburns. It looks like a pork chop.
Yeah.
Comes down. Some people don't have the mustache and some people do. It's not for everybody. I'm
Yeah.
not into it. Hubby, if you're listening, don't ever do this. Not a look for me.
Yeah, and again, how they wash it and condition it as they would do any other thing, like if it was a beard or something, but
Absolutely.
yeah. Mm-mm.
And I love
No.
it. Trimming is key with your beards. So you definitely want to keep them trimmed. You definitely want to keep them groomed, combed, conditioned. You do shampoo and condition. It is hair. So coming out of your skin, out of your face, you still want to keep that nice and clean. Keep it trimmed up, keep it lined up. I think KayCee's going to talk about that balm, that beard balm.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like that on any of that stuff because it's kind of waxy, the ones that I've seen. And it's no different than sometimes with our eyebrows, you have that little wax pencil things in place. It just keeps it neat and just coiffed just right. But this other
Absolutely.
thing, I'm not sure. What is beard druff?
I don't know what beard druff is.
BEARDRUFF.
Let's look it up.
I know oh, that's a new one.
Okay, that's a new one. Common skin conditioning characterized by flaking, itchiness within the beard area, often caused by dry skin, fungal infection, or production of
Oh, so basically it's just dandruff in your beard.
pretty much.
Hence beard drift. Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Which makes sense. You got dandruff in your beard, but that's why you got to keep it clean.
And as you had said before, the use of beard balm for styling, and it's like moisturizer with a little bit of hold. It kind of just helps all the way around.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean, and as we said, yes, balm is great for shaping. You
Yes.
know, so if you're going for a ducktail or something pointy, and brushing it out keeps it neat.
Yeah, you should always brush your beard and keep it like when guys used to always brush their hair. It makes it soft, and the beard oils help with the glistening, makes it shiny. Those all play a part in your beard. If you have those elements, your beard is going to be on point. Beard gang, if you know, you know.
That
Beard
word
gang.
again. Okay.
Beard gang.
Oh boy. All right.
Now we're going to go on to debunking myths in marketing to skincare to men. So, myths.
Let's get into something we hear all the time. The idea that skincare is not for men. That's a myth right there. I had to shut that down with my husband back in the day. You brush your teeth, you work out, your skincare is the same deal. I mean, it's again, you're being healthy, it's the best respect you can give yourself to be the best that you can with what you have.
Absolutely.
So I definitely, that is for sure a myth.
Preach.
Yeah.
And a lot of men will be like, "Oh, that's girly skincare." No, it's not girly. It's universal. You have skin, we have skin. Just because we're different genders doesn't mean that you don't treat your skin. It's things that you need to do just like we need to do. It's healthy. It gives you confidence. We like to tell people in our lives about skincare. Just like you wash your body, take care of your face too.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be complicated. Guys want efficiency. Give them multitasking products. Period.
Right? 3-in-1. I don't recommend the 3-in-1s too much, but the efficiency of it all.
Get in, get out.
Get in.
Get in, get out. I mean, like a cleanser that also is a shave prep or a moisturizer with SPF built into it. It's all in one. You get in, get out. When we go grocery shopping, it's like get in, get out. If I tell my husband I want these 3 things on the list, I'm getting 3 things. It ain't gonna be
Absolutely.
3.5 or anything above. I put 3 things on my list. So, and I know men and women can be different. So it makes sense that having something that's multitasking makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
And it is a big deal for some.
And honestly, like you said, it's key. So whatever it is that helps you create this regimen for yourself is key. You definitely want to make sure that if you want to stay youthful looking, gone are the days of just a man using soap and water, some shaving cream, and splashing on some Old Spice
Or high karate.
or high karate. High karate. I ain't heard that in a long time.
I remember that. Yes. But then also let's talk diversity. There's men of all ages, skin types, and backgrounds. My husband was out in the elements 95.5% of the time. So
Right.
he had to take care of his skin differently. Plus, he worked nights, which is different than somebody that worked days, obviously, in an office building. So using eye creams for puffiness, that might be a thing for some people, maybe not. You know,
Yep.
somebody in their 20s might be fighting acne. And then there's people in their 40s that might be what they call that cystic stuff.
Mhm.
That's a totally different thing. But, you know, you have that kind of skin to deal with. So there's something for everybody, no matter what your vibe may be. There's always something for everybody out there.
Absolutely. If you're in your 40s or 50s, this is a game changer. For those
Yes.
of you in your 20s or 30s, start your glow up now. You want to make sure that you make these long-term investments in your skin. It is going
Right,
to
right.
benefit you in the long run. It's not too late for our 40 and 50 men. You can definitely get in there, especially we melanated. We look good. Our skin is on par. So just keep it that way. Keep
Yeah.
investing in healthy skin is resilient. So take care of your
Oh,
skin.
absolutely. And let's not forget the mental health angle on this as
Ooh,
well. Those few minutes of washing your face or oiling a beard, that's mindful. A guy says in his Zen moment before tackling the day, you get up, have your coffee or not, then you're washing your face, grooming yourself, and your face
right.
is glistening. I mean, he gets compliments when he's out because your skin is healthy. It shows that you take pride in yourself. You're feeling healthy. You're feeling good. You walk in a room confident. It all helps. Every little bit of
Absolutely.
that aspect of it.
Absolutely. And you guys don't overthink it. These are just little things you should do. If you want to start doing this, pick up products that match your skin type. So if you are a person that has oily skin, you want to deal with gel cleansers. Stay away from the creams for the oily people. If you have dry
Right.
skin, then you want to put moisture in. So lightweight lotions, not heavy creams. Keep it simple. Go
Right.
by
Right.
what your skin type is and try to get products for that. And you might say, I don't really know. You can actually go into what is it? A Ulta or something like that and
Yeah.
have them test your skin to find out, what
And
type.
I agree. You can basically just tell them what you want. You know, you don't have to use all the fancy words because I don't. And I know some stuff now just from doing it for a while. You go
Right.
in, you say, this is what I want. This is the ultimate goal that I want to achieve. And then they'll go, oh, okay, this is what you want. And then you just build from there.
Absolutely. And
Hmm.
then if you don't want to deal in doing that, you can go to it like KayCee was saying, you can go to an esthetician. There's nothing wrong with men going to estheticians and getting their skincare done there. And that person can help you because they
You know,
professional. My esthetician has her own, creates her own.
and so does mine. She does have her own as well, you know. That might be something too. And then also with an esthetician, you have that privacy factor.
Exactly.
You can go there, no one gives a crap one way or the other. You're in the room, they do what they need to do, and you walk out looking glamorous.
Right. You definitely walk out feeling good, your face looks good, and you won't
Yeah.
regret it. Well, now we're gonna get into some product spotlights. Let's
Ah,
let's talk about that.
okay.
You know, nothing with names. Just give me
And
some
why is
over.
that?
They gotta come sponsor
We
us.
ain't
Something. If we not sponsored, we not saying no names.
right, right. There you go.
Speaking of what works, let's do a quick product spotlight. KayCee, what's one you've seen your guy or someone else use?
Gel cleansers for sure.
Yes.
Cleansers that's oil free, great for his oily skin. There's foams that are nice and they don't have to leave your face all tight. And then there's a lot of other things that are out there at this point, various acids. I can't even say that word.
Acids.
I wanted to say something else, but it keeps your pores clean. And I don't know if your husband has any routines or you gave him some routines, but what do you guys do?
Not exfoliating per se, but he definitely puts on sunscreen, especially on
Okay.
his head.
And see, that's what my husband does too. He does that
Yeah.
on it, definitely.
It's more so on his head because that's what hits the elements most, especially when it's hot outside. So he either does a sunscreen on his head or he's wearing like a, what do you call it?
Does he wear caps? I've
Yes.
never
So
seen him in a cap.
not a baseball cap per se, but he'll wear those fisherman hats. He has those that he'll wear sometimes, especially when we're out in the elements. If we're going to be walking or at a picnic or walking long distances like a hike, he will put on like one of those fisherman or hiking hats per se.
Okay. So I know you had talked about the moisturizers and everything. And again, just so people can remember, there's what they call the physical exfoliants. It's like a scrub with tiny beads, and that could be used at least once a week. And it'll make your skin feel polished and really clean. It gets down deep in there.
Yeah.
If that's not something you want, we also use the exfoliating gloves, and you can use it as much or as little as you see fit. And that also helps for the whole body, but you go from your face down, not bottom up.
If you if y'all didn't
No.
catch that, rewind. Absolutely. So you want to be polished, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Nope.
is
Not at
this
all.
also aftershave bombs and shaving like my husband swears by some aloe or a huge hug, the skin post razor,
Mm-hmm.
or for the beard folks, just a good oil. The moisturizer, you can put like the moisturizer and then the oil with the saddlewood scent, or what is it? It's another one that smells so good. I think it's bergamot or
Um,
sandalwood.
let's see, bergamot. I'm not familiar with that one on the face.
Yeah, on the beard, it's a
Yes,
good
that's
smell.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So that's a good smell. But yes, it's a
See,
vibe.
yeah, sandalwood.
You don't like sandalwood? I like the smell
No,
of
no, I'm
it.
saying sandalwood. Bergamot, I don't know what that smell doesn't
It
ring
doesn't
in
ring a
my head.
bell?
No, no.
Yeah, it's a good smell.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything that smells good. I mean, there's a lot of unisex smells that come through, and so anything that smells good, as long as you don't smell like shit, I'm good,
Right.
you know? That's
What about eye creams? My husband doesn't use eye creams, but he does look like he needs sleep, even though he goes to sleep so damn quick. But he does have the
okay.
little
Oh, that
bags under his
puffiness
eye. Yeah,
thing?
the pup. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't do creams for him, but I do buy the little eye patches to put under sometimes, or I bought him a to go to sleep in. You put it in the refrigerator or the freezer and he puts it
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, the ice pack. So he has done that. And then I bought him some eye refreshers and he'll
Do
put
those
that on.
really work? I've never used them.
They do. So I bought some that you put in the refrigerator. So he's gonna use them this weekend.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna use them this weekend because I have some too. So for the puffiness, that definitely helps. You can also use caffeine. I haven't used caffeine on him, but caffeine does work for the puffiness. Something with caffeine or hydraulic acid will make you look less zombie-like.
Oh, okay. Some of you don't need all of these.
Right. Then you got the little puffy eyes.
Right. So just pick one or two that fit your life and build from there. I don't know much about the puffiness, so we will stay tuned. The puffiness under the eyes,
Right.
and I would like to see how that goes. I never use them. I see people using them, and I see people, especially females, use them when they put on their makeup and they have it on
Right.
there underneath. I just never do. If my eyes are that puffy, I throw on glasses. Ooh, I got my glasses on today. So then we just kind of hope for the best.
Right. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. We've covered a lot with regards to skincare, the myths about skincare with men, and I hope you have taken something away from this. What we would really love to hear from you all is, what is your skincare regimen? Especially the men. I would love to hear from the men. What do you guys do? Do
Yeah,
you
I would.
guys go to the esthetician? What type of skincare do you do on a daily, on a weekly? How do you refresh yourself, your face? So I would love to hear. Men, hit us up in the comments. We would love to hear from you, your skincare situation. As always, we love having these conversations with you guys. It's always a good time. We wanted to make an announcement because KayCee and I just talked about it. We have hit some strides with our
Yes, we.
channel. We are over 100 plus subscribers. Thank you so much
Much
for
appreciated.
work is not in vain. We're trying to get ourselves out there, get people to hear us, listen to what we have to say. We just started in December, so we're still very new. This is not something that we've been doing for years. Podcasting is new for me, new for KayCee, and we're just loving the ride. 100 plus subscribers.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Definitely appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it. So hit us up in the comments. Definitely listen to us on iTunes, Spotify. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Audible. Just type in Disrupt and Discuss. And obviously, if you want to see our faces, if you want to see us, ding, you want to see us, hit us up on Disrupt and Discuss podcast on YouTube. We upload once a week. Every Wednesday morning, you will see us audio and visually every Wednesday. So definitely hit us up. Like, share, and subscribe. We'd love for you to share our content. It is free. So just let us know in the comments what you think. Any suggestions, things of that nature. We definitely want to hear from you. KayCee, do you have anything else you want to say before we end this one?
Skincare's not just skin deep. It's confidence, health, self-respect.
I love it. What she said.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, you guys. Until the next one. What do we say?
Tiki Barber here. I remember those grueling practices, pushing through fatigue and striving for greatness. Well, that's the same dedication My Herba puts into their supplements. They understand the body's needs. My Herba takes a holistic approach to wellness. Whether it's their sea moss, immune defense, or even sleepy time, they have an option for you. Let My Herba make the best you with code BARBER10 for 10% off at thefitnesscollectif.com.